Saints fans and who that's from all over the world. This is Kyle T. Mosley here with Bob Rose. Bob, we are looking at a Saints game that we needed to see for such a long time, right? The New Orleans Saints are up 28-14. The Saints answered 28 straight unanswered points from the Lions, right? I mean, it looks like the Saints are really focusing on what you and I have already talked about many a time, that Sean Payton should focus on the run. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I really like New Orleans' offensive game plan. Drew Brees is looking more confident than we have seen at any point in time this season, and he's making some plays downfield. And give credit to his receivers, Traquan Smith and Emmanuel Sanders. They are getting open for their 41-year-old quarterback to allow this team to make plays downfield. But yeah, Kyle, I agree with you. I think that the key to the Saints' offensive game plan right now is that running attack. Both Latavius Murray and Alvin Kamara have had success on the ground. New Orleans is getting nice interior push, especially with Eric McCoy and Cesar Ruiz, and leaving some cutback lanes that we've seen both Kamara and Murray take advantage of. I love how aggressive this offense is. Got to keep it going in the second half, obviously, but this is a great sign for this team.
Yeah, great sign for the team. New Orleans is really doing what I believe is best suited for the team at this particular time, especially without having our all-pro wide receiver Michael Thomas. Kamara, man, he has 11 attempts, 61 yards. Latavius Murray, 7 attempts, 36 yards. And Deontay Harris, those 2 jet sweeps, he picked up 10 yards himself. So the Saints are over 100 yards in the first half on the ground. And that's giving the Saints enough time to be able to do the play action fakes, as well as leaving, like you said, you have the zone that they're playing out there in the defense. And Emmanuel Sanders is so savvy, he's finding those openings.
Yeah, and a guy like Sanders always will. He's getting a free release off the line of scrimmage, and Brees is looking for him. It looks like more often than not on his first reads. But again, you got to give credit to Traquan Smith too. He's gotten open on a couple of big, conversion attempts. I love the way both of those guys are playing at wide receiver right now. And the Saints offensive line, save for a couple of plays, have given Brees the time to let those pass routes develop into that Lions zone, like you mentioned.
Yeah. One thing I really do like about what's happening here is that you notice how the Saints are picking up and converting. They converted 5 or 6 third downs, and we talked about that being one of the keys.
Yeah, it absolutely is a key. Especially when you have an injury depleted defense and a defense that had been struggling over the last couple of weeks anyway. You got to leave your offense on the field. You obviously have to put points on the board, but you don't want to get into a shootout situation either. And New Orleans is doing a nice job of controlling the clock and the tempo of the game while still putting points on the board and giving that defense time, to regroup themselves for each ensuing possession when they come back onto the field.
Yeah. Now the Saints have 19 first downs to the Detroit's 8 first downs. The Saints have 275 net yards on offense to Detroit's 165. New Orleans have ran 37 offensive plays to Detroit's 27, but they are outgaining them on the ground. 107 total for the Saints to the Detroit 38. Drew Brees looks more comfortable in this type of offensive style, would you say?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And at this point in Brees' career, as great as he has been throughout, his 20-year NFL career and 15 years in New Orleans, he's no longer that guy that you can rely on to win a game by throwing the ball 45 or 50 times a game. The Saints are best suited offensively if they have a balanced attack, which is why we've seen them. And we saw a nice balance out of this team in each of the last 2 games in the first halves, but they've gotten away from that in the second half. And again, like we said at the onset of the halftime show today, we would both like to see New Orleans continue with this kind of game plan through the second half. They have their throats, or they have their foots on the Lions' throat. They now need to put them away. They'll get the ball first in the second half.
Yeah, another score as well as controlling the clock. The time of possession is just unreal. 19 minutes and 36 seconds for the Saints compared to the Lions 10 minutes, 24 seconds. Now, coming out the gate, the Lions did what they needed to do as far as going ahead and getting the first score of the game. But the tip pass by Danny Shelton from Drew Brees and causing the interception, and the Lions thus having the connection between Stafford and Galladay started to have a major concern early on in this game. But the way the team has been able to respond and turn it around has really been positive, and I like what I see.
Yeah, so do I. We spent most of this half the intermission talking about New Orleans offense, but the Saints defense is playing extremely well too. Knock on wood. Patrick Robinson is having himself one whale of a game. He's made a few nice plays in the second. I know that pains me to say. New Orleans still isn't getting the kind of pressure on Stafford I would like to see. Although Cam Jordan and Trey Hendrickson, both got to Stafford for a couple of big sacks. I would like them to continue to be aggressive in the second half. And whatever Dennis Allen and Aaron Glenn have called for as a game plan for that secondary, keep it up, but be ready to adjust because these Lions are gamers. They're not going to go down without a fight.
Yeah, you saw how Stafford kept chunking the ball. I know he got caught in the end zone with your best friend, Patrick Robinson there. But I really believe you got to like the mental state of the Saints, how they were able to respond. Craig Scott, we see you down from Australia. Good. We like that. All right. Any last tips, any last comments before we sign off?
Well, again, the Saints are going to get the ball first in the second half. You and I have both mentioned that we would love to see this continuation of their offensive game plan. They have this Detroit Lions defense on skates, as you like to put it, Mr. Mosley, and you got to take advantage of that. Don't get too cute in the second half. Read between the lines, Coach Payton. That means use Taysom Hill out of an H-back situation only. Don't put him behind center. Stick with what's working with you or for you. And let your team and your star players continue to do what they've been doing.
Okay, I'm going to reference a game that we talked about a couple weeks ago, the Buffalo game. When you run and you have confidence in the run, you stick with the run. Bottom line. All right, guys, you can find us at si.com/NFL/Saints for the latest in Saints news. Bob, right quick, how everybody can find you on the World Wide Web.
It can be found on Facebook. Just look for Bob Rose, and of course Twitter at BobbyR2613, and obviously follow Kyle, myself, Brendan Boylan, and obviously John Hendricks through the Saints News Network and the SI Team channel.
All right, guys, we're going to have reaction pieces after the game from John Hendricks, myself, Bob Rose, as well as Brendan. And guys, let's have a positive game for the second half. And who dat? Take care. Bye.